They were the wholesome family that raised a generation, but nearly 40 years later, the reality of the Full House cast is a mix of shocking transformations and a heartbreaking tragedy that shattered Hollywood. From the Olsen twins' rise to a fashion empire to the devastating loss of the man who held them all together, discover the emotional true story of the Tanner family in 2026. 1. Bob Saget as Danny Tanner. Known to the world as the lovable, obsessively clean single dad Danny Tanner, Bob Saget was the show's anchored heart when he joined at 31. While he charmed millions hosting America's Funniest Home Videos, he fascinatingly balanced this wholesome TV image with a legendary career in edgy, adult stand-up comedy. He found deep happiness later in life, marrying Kelly Rizzo in 2018 and cherishing his 3 daughters from a previous marriage. But the story ends in heartbreaking tragedy. On January 9, 2022, Bob passed away suddenly at 65 from blunt head trauma after an accidental fall in his hotel room. The sudden loss of America's dad remains the cast's most painful chapter. 2. Blake and Dylan. Tuomi Wilhoit, Nikki, and Alex. Remember those adorable bowl-cut twins who terrorized Uncle Jesse? Blake and Dylan Tuomi Wilhoit joined the cast in 1992, but their adult lives are a stunning departure from sitcom fame. Now 35, they famously quit acting to pursue gritty, real-world careers. Dylan became a backstage heavyweight, working as a sound artist for massive hits like Game of Thrones. Meanwhile, Blake traded scripts for Sirens, saving lives as a firefighter in Atlanta. While Dylan thrives in production, Blake recently faced personal turbulence, filing for divorce in 2024 after 5 years of marriage. 3. Lori Loughlin as Aunt Becky. She was the sophisticated journalist who tamed the wild Uncle Jesse, but Lori Loughlin's real-life script took a twist no one saw coming. Joining the family at 24, she became the queen of wholesome TV on the Hallmark Channel, only to have her empire crumble in the 2019 college admissions scandal. The controversy landed her in federal prison and exiled her from Hollywood. Now 61, the mother of influencers Olivia Jade and Bella is fighting for redemption, returning to the screen in 2025's gritty police drama On Call. Still married to Massimo Giannulli, Lori's journey from sitcom sweetheart to tabloid headline is a stunning lesson in resilience. 4. Taji Mowry as Teddy. Remember Michelle's adorable pal Teddy? Taj Mowry wasn't just a sidekick, he was a star in the making. As the brother of icons Tia and Tamara, he carved his own path, leading Disney's Smart Guy and starring in Baby Daddy. Now 39, his story holds a touching note: his deep love for the late Naya Rivera, whom he still honors today. A talented actor and singer recently seen in The Muppets Mayhem, Taj has grown from a cute kid into a scandal-free, respected Hollywood veteran. 5. Jodie Sweetin as Stephanie Tanner. From the moment she uttered her iconic catchphrase, "How rude," Jodie Sweetin stole America's heart as the spunky middle child, Stephanie Tanner. But behind the laughter, her life took a dark turn into a brutal battle with addiction that threatened to silence her career forever. She fought back to sobriety, reclaiming her spotlight in Fuller House, and now channeling that strength into her podcast, How Rude, Tanneritos. Today, at 44, she is thriving, happily married to Mescal Wasilewski and a devoted mom to daughters Zoe and Beatrix, proving her greatest role is simply being a survivor. 6. Miko Hughes as Aaron Bailey. He was the pint-sized savage who loved tormenting Danny Tanner with insults way beyond his years. But Miko Hughes wasn't just a sitcom brat. He was a bona fide child horror icon, terrifying audiences as the demonic toddler in Pet Sematary. Now 39, Miko has traded Hollywood blockbusters for a more eccentric path, becoming a beloved staple at horror conventions and directing independent films. While he keeps his dating life under wraps, he has found a buzzing passion off-camera: beekeeping. From creepy kid to chill creator, Miko's evolution is delightfully unique. 7. Dave Coulier as Uncle Joey. He was the master of impressions who taught America to cut it out, but Dave Coulier's real-life journey recently took a terrifying turn. Known for voicing icons in the real Ghostbusters, the 66-year-old faced his darkest hour with a diagnosis of stage 3 non-Hodgkin lymphoma in late 2024. Miraculously declared cancer-free in March 2025, Dave is now embracing his sweetest role yet, grandfather to his son Luke's new baby. Today, he celebrates this second chance at life, living happily with wife Melissa Bring and hosting the Full House Rewind podcast. 8. Marla Sokoloff as Gia Mahan. She was the chain-smoking bad influence who led Stephanie astray, but Marla Sokoloff's real-life trajectory couldn't be more different from her rebellious character. Shedding the leather jacket, she built a solid career starring in The Practice and the cult hit Dude, Where's My Car? Now 44, the former on-screen wild child has transformed into a Hollywood power player behind the camera as a director. Happily married to musician Alec Puro since 2009 and raising 3 daughters, Marla proved that even the toughest mean girls can grow up to be wholesome success stories. 9. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen as Michelle Tanner. They were the infants who built an empire before they could read. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen shared the role of Michelle, charming the world with, "You got it, dude!" But in a shocking twist, they vanished from Hollywood in their teens to conquer the fashion world. Now 39, the elusive billionaires run the ultra-luxury label, The Row. While Ashley is quietly raising her son with husband Louis Eisner, Mary-Kate recently navigated a high-profile divorce from Olivier Sarkozy. Trading cameras for couture, they remain the industry's most mysterious and powerful moguls. 10. Blake McIver Ewing as Derek Boyd. Remember the snooty kid who beat Michelle for the role of Yankee Doodle? Blake McIver Ewing dazzled us with those pipes at age 9. But his adult life saw a wild pivot. He briefly worked as a go-go dancer, stunning fans with a totally unrecognizable muscular physique. Now 40, he has returned to his roots, still singing and performing, even popping up for a nostalgic cameo in the Fuller House finale. Openly gay and vocal on social media, Blake's journey from child star to confident artist is loud, proud, and unapologetic. 11. John Stamos as Uncle Jesse. He was the leather-clad rebel who made the world swoon with Have Mercy. John Stamos defined cool as Uncle Jesse, but his post-sitcom life is even more impressive. Aging like fine wine at 62, he traded the Rippers for serious roles in ER and U, while finally settling down with wife Caitlin McHugh and their son, Billy. Recently starring in 2024's Dr. Odyssey and penning his raw memoir, John remains Hollywood's ultimate heartthrob who just refuses to fade away. 12. Scott Weinger as Steve Hale. Best known as DJ's ravenous boyfriend Steve, Scott Weinger holds a secret that defined 90s childhoods. He was the voice of Disney's Aladdin. But Scott didn't just rely on animated fame, he pulled a stunning pivot, graduating from Harvard to become a powerhouse writer for hits like Blackish. Now 50 and happily married to Rina Mimoun with a teenage son, he has swapped on-camera teen romance for behind-the-scenes prestige, proving he's a true Hollywood heavyweight. 13. Gail Edwards as Vicki Larson. She was the one who almost got Danny Tanner to the altar. Gail Edwards charmed us as Vicki Larson, the ambitious talk show host, before vanishing from the spotlight entirely. After Full House wrapped, she shockingly retired, trading Hollywood sets for a quiet life in the Southwest. Now, 73, Gail made a rare, sentimental return for the Fuller House finale, giving fans closure on one of the show's biggest what-ifs before slipping back into her private, peaceful retirement. 14. Candace Cameron Bure as DJ Tanner. As DJ Tanner, she was the responsible big sister, but Candace Cameron Bure's real-life career has been a headline-making roller coaster. After taking a decade off to raise 3 kids with hockey star Valerie Bure, she returned as the indisputable queen of Christmas movies. Now, 49, she is a media mogul serving as chief creative officer for the Great American Family Network. Despite sparking controversies with her conservative stances, Candace remains an unshakable, powerful force in family entertainment. 15. Andrea Barber as Kimmy Gibbler. With her wild fashion and quirky jokes, Andrea Barber was iconic as the annoying neighbor Kimmy Gibbler. But once the laugh track stopped, she ghosted fame to earn a master's degree in women's studies, living a normal life as a college administrator. Now, 48 and divorced, she's back in the spotlight, co-hosting the How Rude Tanneritos podcast. From academic anonymity back to fan favorite, Andrea's journey is a quirky, inspiring tale of self-discovery. From the Olsen twins' billion-dollar empire to the heartbreaking void left by Bob Saget, the Full House cast proves that real life is far more dramatic than any sitcom script. They taught us that while fame changes everything, the bond of family, even a TV one, is the only thing that lasts forever. The light is still on, but the story has truly grown up.